Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. We're gonna do something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while on this channel, and that's some outdoor cooking. Y'all see me cook on the Blackstone and on the grill. I use a lot of wood, but I have not actually cooked out here in a Dutch oven over the campfire. I have had this stuff to do it with for a long time, and y'all, we got the giant put back together. Y'all look at that. I wrapped that, got it. Oh, it looks sweet. Bone handles, baby. But anyway, we're gonna cut this stuff up, and I am not getting to use the sausage that I want to cook. So, and I don't have a name for what we're making, y'all. I don't cook like recipes. I just like throw stuff together, and it comes out good. Okay, so we're gonna use this original Kaneka sausage or Konica or however you want to say it. I don't know how to pronounce it because I like Mosby's. But Mosby's has shut down and you cannot get Mosby's sausage right now. May not ever get it again. That really hurts my feelings because Mosby's sausage is why I can't eat deer sausage. It's just not good as Mosby's sausage. Now, if I had been eating this right here all my life, I would probably really like deer sausage because deer sausage would be better. It's not better than Mosby sausage. So, you know, y'all can take that for what it's worth. I know I probably ruffled a bunch of Konica fans' feathers with that, but I'm just going to tell you that right there stuff ain't good. It was Mosby sausage. Just a fact. I mean, I hate to hurt your feelings, but it's the truth. So we're going to use this little bitty knife to cut up these vegetables. You can't cut them up with a knife smaller than this. It's just too little. I use this knife, y'all, because I really like it. I really like this knife. And I like it because it has this big wide blade for cutting stuff. And I have an Alaskan Ulu, however you say that. I like to cut up stuff like this with. When you're making a video, you got to make everything look good. I mean, you got to be different. You can't just go all willy-nilly and be doing stuff like everybody else. I mean, I ain't Justin Wilson or... I need to go get me a bowl to be putting my stuff in right here. Because we're going to get it all lumped together. We're going to cook sausage. I got some bell peppers. And I'm going to go down here and grab some onions out of the garden right quick. And we're going to put all of this in this Dutch oven. And then we're going to dump some rice in over. So it's going to be a little like jambalaya, I guess. But, you know, we just cooking. We're not really doing nothing fancy and special. Let me go get me some onions and get me a bowl to put this in as I cut it up. All right, I went and got me some onions. I have rinsed them off. I got me a bowl right here to put this stuff in. Let's see if I can hit it. Oh, yeah, we got it all in there. Throw that to the chair. I still got to go feed chickens, so we're going to try to get this all cut up. And I don't know that I'm going to use all of this sausage. I'm going to see what I got. And I'm thinking about splitting it instead of doing whole slices and cutting it up this way. That way I got half round pieces. I like to be able, when I'm cooking, to fit something, whatever I'm eating, in a fork. That's like on a soup. If you do everything big old chunks, then when you go to eat it and you're trying to dip it up with your spoon and it won't fit in there, I hate that. All right, see how I filleted that. All right. We're going to just cut it up in pieces right here like this. Oh, y'all, I think I filmed way too much too. I have too much. I'm trying to film and get done, and I can't get it all done. But I have so many ideas of things that, hey, I want to film doing that. some folks, they can't come up with something to film, and I can't get it all filmed. But that's all right. It'll be all right. Probably don't nobody want to watch it no way, do they? The channel is growing, and we've up past 6,000 now. I see some of these folks come out and get them a channel, and man, next thing you know, they got 150 to 400,000 subscribers. You're like, holy crap, you know? I guess they just like some people better than others, I don't know. But that's all right. I already seen them big channels. I was watching Idaho Hillbilly a while ago. Old video he did about a month ago talking about some folks ranting about Doug and Stacy. Whether they real homestead or not, I ain't no big fan of their channel, which I'm not a big fan of big channels. I like them all right. I think what they doing is authentic and real. But I couldn't help but think some of them big homesteading channels I have been long gone quit watching. Like old Justin Rhodes and all them folks, man, I see holes through what they do. And after you film for a long time and film doing stuff, you can tell when stuff is staged, or I can. And I ain't saying that Justin Rhodes now ain't actually homesteading. I think they really more or less got a big hobby farm is what I'd call it. I don't consider what we do homesteading myself. I really don't. I think if you homestead and you raising what you feed your animals off your own place, that is homesteading. You know, you're living off of your homestead. When you just making money and going and buying everything everywhere else, I don't consider that homesteading. But everybody has their own opinion. I ain't gonna. Now, I just don't like watching, which I can't stand to hear Justin Rhodes talk. His voice done me in. I couldn't. When guys walk around flopping their wrist around, I'm done with it. I ain't watching that. It ain't for me. All right, we got some pretty, y'all. I went into the grocery store. I was rummaging around in them aisles over there. Me and Brody was shoving a buggy up and down through there. And I found this different colored bell peppers there in the Walmarts. And I said, you know what, them would look good. We ought to save the seeds out of them yellow ones right there and see if they grow, reckon. I was struggling with some of my seeds this time, eh? They coming up, but I took some tomatoes and I really poured the Miracle Grow to them, and I kind of turned them yellow a little bit around the edges. I knew better, but I was trying to hurry them up, you know. Them chickens out there getting mad at me because you hear them out there squawking. I went and took one of them's water bucket away from them. They had turned it over and was in there playing soccer with it. I'll fill it up here directly. I didn't take their water away from them. They had turned it over and spilled it, and they was in there playing soccer with the jug. And it was making an awful lot of racket, and I couldn't think out him trying to film them out there carrying on. It's just disrespectful is what it was. Anyway, I'm going to get all this stuff right here cut up. We get it ready to throw in this skillet. I'll turn y'all back on, let y'all come back. Now, some of this has field garlic in it, okay? In case somebody sees something. There's wild green onions and field garlic. One thing y'all learn if you watch me long, I can't cook a small meal. I wind up cooking everything that's in the refrigerator when I start cooking. It's hard. The struggle is real. But I about got all this mess whacked up. What y'all need to do is invest in you a knife like this for your kitchen. Hand that to your wife and say, here, honey, go to cooking. She might put you back out, Rick. You might be doing like me. You might be cooking in the yard. I'll look up, man. See him behave my head. We might as well put this yellowing in there too. I might as well cut up the rest of that sausage. Problem is I'll have to eat this tomorrow too. Now why they stick two of them blasted stickers on there and they won't peel off? I tell you what I did, I was in it, well that did peel off, thank the Lord. I was in there making pottery and I kept hanging my fingernails in that clay while I was trying to make pieces and having to smooth it out, and I taken a pair of fingernail clippers and hacked them off. We got 3 different colors. We got orange, yellow, and red, and I'm gonna set them up there and let them seeds dry. We might see if they'll sprout. I tell you what, you better be careful with that knife right there. You'll draw back a nub. Y'all, I went and raised this up while y'all wasn't looking. Oh yeah. Let me set this on my table. We may have to lower that in a minute, but we're gonna just let it cook a little bit slow and see. Y'all like my spatula here? I can reach out there and touch something with that. So we're gonna let this cook here for a little bit. I'm gonna run go feed the chickens so they completely get on the roost. I'll come back and we'll kind of sit around here and talk a little bit around the campfire here shortly. Y'all, I have really fell in love with this blend of goldenrod and rabbit tobacco. What I did is I put it in this little old blender thing I got in there and really mixed it all together good. After it was well dried, and I put it in them little T-ball screen balls and put it in my coffee pot and make it during when I ain't using my wood stove. But anyway, y'all, this thing right here, it's probably about 3 foot long, and it's not real. It's real thin. I made it out of a slab. Actually, this is a piece of slab I had ripped off of the edge of a board for knife handles, and I needed a spatula, and hey, it makes a good one. It ain't real heavy, but it is real handy down in that fire with that smoke coming up in your eyes and that thing swinging back and forth. I don't have a lot of experience cooking in the Dutch oven over a fire, especially swinging like that. Now that one does have the legs, so I can set it off out to the side for stuff. But what I'm doing right there, it was just easier to hang it over that tripod. I wanted to use it, but I am going to build a different tripod. That one works good. There's nothing wrong with it. But I seen one where the 3 legs come apart, and you can drive those legs in the ground and put the 3rd leg through them as a range to hang stuff, several things. So I want to build one of them, and when I get my back patio and porch done, if that ever gets completed, I'm going to set it up back there off the back of it where I can cook. So we're hoping I get all that done here in somewhat the near future. But y'all, I have got so many projects. I am trying to get stuff done. I'm working on stuff. I've got a tiller back here I need to drag up here and tear all apart up under here. I got the oil changed in the Polaris Ranger finally. Hey, I change my oil every 10,000 miles on there, whether it needs it or not. And I changed it today. Oh, so we're trying to get potatoes in the ground. My potatoes is still sitting right back here in buckets. I haven't got them in the ground. They're supposed to be planted dark nights in February. Y'all, everything was a mud hole. I got the tractor around there. We got it cranked and running today. I've had problems with it, but I've got to get some hydraulic oil in it so the lift will work. So there's a lot of garden prep going on. So that's why I pulled my hooks out of the creek down here. We got the big boat geared up, ready to go. That video will be coming out pretty shortly on it being running and all. Got a lot going on, and that's what I say. I hear people talk about, can't come up with ideas for videos, and I'm like, I keep so much going on around here, different stuff, trying to do so much, and it ain't that I just do it to film it. I'm just busy doing stuff all the time, so. I can't never get everything done, and there's a lot of stuff that I want filmed that I never get filmed. I just don't get it done. I have deleted footage off of a couple of bow videos, y'all, that I have started bows, and I get sidetracked. I got one right over yonder that I fire hardened it, but it didn't fire hard as well as I want to, and I never even took it off the frame. I have just laid it down. It rained and rained and rained and filled up my little thing I made to put the coals in. I'm going to have to dig all that back out. And by the time I get straightened out, I got time to work on it again. Here it goes, raining again. So I've just kind of put that on hold. I don't need the bow right now. I would like to have it. I would really like to have it in the boat and go see if we could shoot some gar with it. But a lot of what we got is them little needle nose gar. But I have seen a couple of big gar down there. You're just going to have to ride and find them. So we got another light come in we got to do a video on. So we got a lot going on. So I hope y'all enjoy all the different adventures we do. I consider myself more of an entertainer than I do a homesteader. So in light of me touching on a while ago on the homesteading deal, with Doug and Stacy, I feel like they really live in the life that they film. I don't understand why anybody would, I guess I do understand why anybody would fake something like that if you can get a huge following. But I'm going to tell y'all, there's not a lot of money in YouTube. Everybody thinks, you make YouTube videos and get them to go and get 100,000 subscribers and you rolling their money. Y'all, it's going to take a lot. You got to have at least a couple of 100,000 subscribers before you make enough to even realize you making any money. I'm just going to tell y'all that. We work here, and we make pottery on the homes here at the house. So I am here all day, every day, for the most part, except having to run, go do this and go do that. And there's always a lot of that with delivering pottery. So that's why I don't consider this a full-blown homestead. And really the only animals we have is ducks and chickens. I would like to get me some steers and raise them up just to slaughter. Wouldn't mind having some goats or something. But in reality, if you've got to go do like I would do and have to buy all your feed I am working on my grain mill right here. I had y'all seen this thing? Well, it locked up on me. I cannot get the shaft loose, so I've got it turned up this way, soaking it. If you could grow enough corn to feed all your animals, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all, chickens eat a lot of corn. As many as I got. Now, I probably got too many chickens. But, okay, so you get cows. How many cows on this 14 acres and half of it is woods back here? I've really got about 3 acres of yard that I could turn into pasture, which would benefit me, keep me from mowing it. You couldn't keep but 2 or 3 cows at a time on it. Ain't enough to really do a whole lot. Y'all, to really and truly homestead, and what I consider homesteading is when everything is coming off this place. You've got to have 100 acres or better of crops just to feed the animals. And you need to be feeding them animals strictly off of those crops. You may be supplementing a little of that alone. But, you know, I mean, if you got to go buy all your feed all the time, and the reason I say some of these big homestead channels, I have watched some of them channels early on, mainly for their gardening type stuff, but I fell out with that real quick. But I noticed when they was feeding stuff, they had all these brand new big tubs back there and feed sacks sitting everywhere. They was just ready to having a hobby farm. They going and buying, so they making a lot of money somewhere off of something to go buy all this feed to feed all these animals. I couldn't see where they were really homesteading. Not feeding all these animals, because I've got probably somewhere in the neighborhood of between 100 to 150 birds altogether. I got, let's see, these 3. I've got about 75 birds altogether, counting the ducks and everything. So I'm down. I was at around 200 at one time, and I've thinned out a lot. And they eat at least a sack of food a week, at least. So, because I buy, which right now I've got a whole bunch of free food, so I'm sitting pretty right now. So, and food is anywhere from $10 to $15 a sack, depending on where you are. I just homestead and stuff, I just don't, the way they're doing it on such a large scale. And the reason I say, because they got all brand new, nice new stuff everywhere. Most real homesteaders, you got a bunch of old stuff they having to work on and tinker on, radio wore out stuff that they trying to make do. When you got all brand new equipment and all brand new everything, it ain't real, people. I'm just going to tell you. So with Doug and Stacy, I hadn't watched them in a long time. What I seen from them was just strictly gardening and off-grid living, and that is very much feasible. You can grow enough stuff there to eat. In fact, what we grow, we eat a fraction of what we grow and put up, really and truly. That's why I don't can they whole. In fact, I got tomatoes that I'm probably going to feed to the chickens that's canned. Because, by the time canning season comes around again, I'm going to get rid of them, do something with them, and put new, And I had some separate this year. I'll tell you something else. With canning tomatoes this year, all of my tomatoes will be pressure canned. I am tired of finding. We got some different ones. I don't know what went wrong. But they didn't spoil, they just separated. And the solid went to the top and the liquid to the bottom. And some of them, the solid's like here and at the bottom and liquid in the middle. It's weird. And all of them didn't do it, just a few jars. But it still makes me madder than fire. I've put salt in them. I've done them without salt. I think they had some green in there. Somebody said that don't matter, but I think it matters. I've always thought it mattered. But. So what we got going on now is Mama made the rice in the house, because I really didn't have no way right now, not yet, to effectively do the rice out here. I would have liked to, and I will in the future. We'll figure it out. So anyway, I've got, and I know it's done got dark, you can't see. Anyway, there's rice in this bowl. Y'all would like to be able to see, wouldn't you? I'll be honest with you, I wish I could see too at the moment, all this smoke in my eyes. That campfire cooking's appealing till you get your eyes filled up with smoke. Mama went to get Brody, so he been at Mama's all day. I'm gonna get a light where y'all can see what we're doing here for a minute. Set that on my table. All right, I got one of these old-timey lanterns. Y'all know back in the day they had LED lanterns? Yeah. You'll buy that. I got some oceanfront property I'm gonna sell you. It's over there in Arizona. Might be some in Kansas too, we'll see. We'll see if Mr. Larry Reese has got some oceanfront property. He'd probably sell it to you too. Y'all, that's looking good. Oh, yeah, buddy. Man, what you talking about? We fix to do some eating up in here shortly. Like the old timers say, here directly. All right. Set that on my table too. Now I can lay that spatula right there without getting it funky. We're gonna lay that right there. Y'all know about directly? Yeah, we're gonna eat good here directly. I may need to get something and kind of drag that far around a little bit. This ain't really the ideal fire for cooking. I have had a fire out here for a while. Oh. But now it is burning. I'd rather it just have been them coals. But I had to work with what I had right here whenever it got time to cook. That is just about right there now. See, it keeps flaming up. It's good and hot in there, but for what I'm cooking and the way I'm cooking, it ain't gonna make no heap of difference. And like I say, I ain't Kent Rawlins, and but we do like cooking in some old cast iron out here around the fire. And it's hard to sit by a fire and not want to poke and prod in it with something. We as a young'un, as a kid, they'd tell us, we'd be at a camp out and they'd say, if you play in the fire now, you'll wet the bed. I said, well, I'm gonna wake up sopping wet, because I'm gonna poke the fire. And the more I poke in it, it gets to flaming up like that. It don't need to be a flaming. I see Brody and Mama coming in. Well, y'all, I believe that right there is ready. We're gonna carry it inside and we'll look at it in there.
You had a good fire.
All right, first off,
what are you doing?
all right, y'all, we got this right here. Look at that. Oh, now what we didn't do out there is season it. And I ain't gonna put nothing but some, right in front of my nose. Now, y'all, I never did season it out there. All I'm gonna add to it is some salt and some pepper. I would put Tony's and all that in there, but Brody, it gets too hot for him, so probably what I intend to do is to doctor mine up after I put it on my plate.
What I'm gonna eat?
This.
The pepper?
No, it ain't. This is just black pepper. This ain't hot pepper. This is just flavoring pepper.
Flavoring pepper?
Yeah.
With what?
Yeah, you see if you like some of that.
I don't like it.
There's a piece of your salt. You ain't even tasted it to say you don't like it.
Ow. Hot. Does this have pepper on it? Does it?
Huh?
Does that have pepper on it?
That ain't got no pepper on it, I don't think, but the sausage itself may be warm. I'm gonna put some of this on mine.
Thank you for the wooden plate. Thank you
For the food we eat.
Thank you for the birds we eat.
Thank you for the fish that swim.
Thank you for the birds it sings.
Thank you for all of them.
Thank you for all of them. Thank you for the fish that swim. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all food we eat.
Amen.
Amen.
His papa's taught him a new blessing. That's a good one. I'm going to have to get it wrote down in the order it really goes.
Thank you.
We kind of struggle to remember it all.
Amen.
I'm going to put some camp dog on mine, but before we really dive off into eating a whole lot here, I have done buried my fork. It was right in the way. Brody has got a package sent to him by Mr. Mike Sabula. And he is dying to know what is in there. He's been gone all day. We got this at dinner, and I did not open it. I was going to wait and let Brody open it him. Is that good? Daddy did a good job cooking out there over the fire. We're going to get this open and I tell you what I'm going to do. We're just going to do this number right here. Well, I said I would. No, may not be. I hope I don't cut whatever's in there. It may be full of $100 bills. All right, Brody. Watch your teeth. Pull out whatever's in there. Lay your fork down. Your spoon. Now pull whatever that is out. I don't even know what. Oh, we may have to cut open another package here. Did you huff? Hey, Brody, enjoy, be safe, happy hunting. Got a little note on there. It is for Brody. We're going to tear off. Oh, Brody is fixed up now. He's got ammunition for something, y'all. I done got a peek at it.
What is it?
Oh, what is that, Brody?
A slingshot.
A slingshot. That boy right there, he's got plenty of ammunition. Got a sack full of ammunition. He is ready. Mama better get us some plenty duct tape and plastic to put over the windows. Well, let me try this out. I'm gonna put some camp dog on mine. That is, y'all, that is good stuff right there. It is a little spicy for some people. I like it. It's good for me. I think we did a good job. Yes, sir. Anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Brody and his new slingshot. Thank you, Mike, for sending that to him. He's going to get a lot of use out of that. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time. Remember, the best way to do things
It's the way you like to do it.
We'll see y'all.